Hi everyone, welcome back. Listen to these hash S sounds in this vocal. Some people searching slowly. Now listen after processing with this free plugin. Slowly. And by the way, I over exaggerated it so that you can clearly hear the impact. So the plugin is called Sibilance and it is by ToneBoosters. Now, if you look closely to this section, you will notice that it is the version 3 legacy bundle right here. You can see that. Alright, now there are important features I love looking out for when choosing or picking a De-esser plugin or Sibilance suppressing plugin. One is it must have a listen feature, and as you can see, this one is present. Now the second feature is the frequency range setup. What I mean is where you can adjust and set the target frequency you want to suppress. And on this plugin, it is present, as you can see. The third feature is the plugin must have like a threshold, sensitivity knob, or amount knob where you can determine the amount of processing you want to apply on the vocal. And on this plugin, it has it. You can see the threshold knob where you can set if you want it aggressive suppression, bring it all down. You can use this to determine the amount. All right. Now, finally, it's actually not a feature, but I love paying attention to see after the plugin processes and controls the S's, if it introduces some sort of artifacts to the processed vocal. And it is very important because sometimes I've noticed some De-esser plugins after taking out S's, if you listen critically with a very good headset, you observe that the output processed sound now has these background artifacts. You might not hear it if you are not paying attention. And why that is a problem is when you now start processing the vocal, like adding compression and adding other things, it will push it up and that will destroy your mix. So guys, you can see this plugin checked all the boxes when it comes to the features that I love looking out for. Now let's put it to work and hear it in action. Alright, you can see it came with some interesting factory presets you can try out. See the vocal smoothing, see generic vocal de-easing, see mid vocal de-easing, conventional single band, conventional broadband. Now, interestingly, this plugin can also be used to dehash entire mix, though I've not tried that, but you can see the presets there. You see hybrid de-easing and excessive sibilance limiter. Now you can also see it has more interesting features like the analysis, the attack, the release, the high quality, which I always recommend to leave on for better performance and to avoid any form of artifacts, in your processed sound. You can see mid slide, tonal, VCE start, VCE end, ABS threshold, I believe. That is actually for the sidechain. And yes, it has sidechain feature, makes it super unique and it gives it edge over most Sibilance or de-easing plugins out there. And surprisingly, it is 100% free. So you can see for the frequency over here that we talked about earlier. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is to just engage the listening feature just to hear the amount of S's this plugin locked in on, targeting on. So let's quickly hear that. Now, if you paid very close attention, you can hear a little bit of the vocal towards the high mid frequency. So I'll just roll it off a little bit. I don't want that, but it all depends. Let's say you want to capture where it controls both the S's and the SHTF sound. You can, drag it open, but it is best to experiment it to get the right settings for that. Alright, having gotten that in place, I will deactivate it and then I will start setting the threshold. It's quite simple. All I need to do is to bring this ratio down, leave it like this for now, then gradually roll down this, then call in the ratio. You can also make it sharp hard. That is when you are going for aggressive suppression of the S's, which you can fine tune with the knee, just the way it is on compressor. Now you can set your range and things like that. And interestingly, it has dry and wet. Super cool. Now that is if we are going for hard suppression, like I said earlier, but that's not what I'm going for. So I'm going to leave the ratio around 4 and then pull up the knee, make it soft knee and not hard knee. So that's basically it. And over here you can see slope. To be very honest, I'm not sure what the slope does, but feel free to research on that below. Now let's have a listen before and after. This is before. Just pay very close attention to that beginning part where the S is very audible. Now this is with it. It is subtle, which is actually what I'm going for because I love reducing the S's to around -2 to -3 dB depending on the project I'm working on. Alright. Now let's over exaggerate it so that you can clearly hear. Now it's taking out the whole S's and it sounds super funny right now. Alright, so take it to the right settings, to the right amount. So guys, it speaks for itself and you can clearly hear what is going on. Alright. Some people searching. Some people searching. Okay, now I found something right here, which is a DS ABS threshold. I don't know what that is, but I think it has to do with the sidechain. I think it has to do with that. Sorry guys, I'm just seeing this. When I tried it out, it was too tiny and I didn't even notice. So that is pretty much about this plugin. Like I always say, don't take it for what I am saying. The link will be in the description. Try it out. Share your thoughts and findings in the comments below. And that brings us to this question. Which era would you choose? Would you choose the analog era or the digital era? So let us know what you think. I mean, for me, I'm going to choose the digital era. Believe it or not, every digital plugin, one way or the other, has a little bit of AI in it, which they call DSP. So that brings us to the end of today's video, guys. Just wanted to quickly share this amazing free De-esser, De-esser or Sibilance suppressing plugin with you guys. If you're coming across my channel for the very first time, you're welcome to CoinxDaProducer. Leave a like, share your thoughts in the comments, subscribe if you haven't, and most importantly, turn on your bell notification for more amazing content like this. If you want to check out interesting free plugins I've covered on this channel, the video on the screen right now is a playlist. I covered a lot of free tools on this channel. Go there. Who knows, you might find something super interesting you need at the moment. And I will see you there. As always, stay creative, stay focused, and bye for now.